I think I'm going to switch over to, if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm supposed to put up a couple of slides here real
Yes.
quick. And I am going to go back over to here and say share. We have a little bit of a 5, 6, 7 minute intermission, during which we're going to ask a couple of questions. We're going to bring on our guest speaker here. So I think I go to this guy right here. Where, nope, not this guy here. Okay, so here, so we're going to have some fun trivia during the breaks. And here the fun trivias are. Carrie, you ready out there? Oh, here it is already.
Always.
I am ready.
Okay, so this is, how does this thing work? Whenever it pops up, it takes over. Who was the first captain of the first pilot episode of the Star Trek? Oh, how is that not working out so well here? There it is right there. Oh, I don't know, but wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I don't know about you guys. That's surprising. I guess maybe you guys, didn't spend your whole childhood watching the show like I did. So the answer to that one is Christopher Pike. So Christopher, see if I can do this, guys. Christopher Pike. Probably never heard of me. He was the original captain. He had a terrible accident, and they brought him back in for some other episodes. But it wasn't James T. Kirk. So 65% of you guys got that wrong. I'm sorry. I think I close this guy down and I go back to here. And I think I have one more question. What is the principle of the Starfleet's prime directive? Put this back up again. What is the principle of the Starfleet prime directive? Now you got to read the memes because I think those are kind of funny. Don't bother me telling me your name. You're a red shirt. You won't be around for very long. Ooh, I think you guys must have watched the second, third, or fourth generation or more Star Wars. The answer to that one, Adel, you know the answer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's non-intervention, right? Non-intervention.
Intervention, yeah.
Can't do anything, right? Okay. Next one. This is a fun one here. What's your most lethal weapon? Last one before we get over to the next thing. What's your most lethal weapon here? A lightsaber. I think this guy's copying everything up over here. A lightsaber or a phaser. We need to have the updated question there, Carrie, unless I just have to close that down. Okay, there it is right there. So quickly cast your votes there. Yeah, I was thinking lightsaber too. Adel, you got an opinion on that one?
Yeah, lightsaber.
I was thinking there is no correct answer here, but I thought the most funny answer was I'd like to see the fight. I'd like to see what happens.
That would be amazing.
So I think, okay, so this is now I'll do this because John, I had a little bit of fun just before. So I'll do this slide and then you can take it from here, I guess. But on the old Star Trek series, they always had these guests, right? I don't know if you know who this guy is, but that's Frank Gorshin. He played this two-faced kind of guy I always got a kick out of. You got Ricardo Montalban, who played, I think his name was Khan, I think, right? And this is actually Ron Howard's little brother, who dressed up this, I don't know, he was like an evil baby alien coming in from somewhere, but they'd always beam somebody onto the planet. So we have the honor of having someone beam in with us today. We have John Mead from CEO of Whitney Mead's going to join us. And we're going to thank him. He's a sponsor for today's event. And Adel and I wanted to say hello. Welcome, John. Are you out there?
I am indeed. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome.
I'm going to take it off things so we just kind of see you here for a little bit. Thank you for coming. How'd you do on the quizzes, John?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I didn't get Christopher Pike, to be honest. So maybe I didn't spend all my childhood in front of the TV.
Spend more time watching reruns. Well, we wanted to thank you and use this opportunity to kind of say, so you're here as a sponsor and helping us out, and thank you for that. What drew you to the analytics and data user community?
So I think RIPMA has always been fairly sort of prevalent within the community. We've always spoken or tried to speak at a number of events, both sides of the Atlantic, and sort of done a lot through written word. We've got a blog at www.ripmamead.com/blog. And so I think sort of the user groups, this one's always sort of interested me. I think I actually came to the first event in somewhere near the Oracle offices. And actually, I'm going to the most recent one in San Jose as well. So I've sort of assuming the world goes back to normal at some point and we all continue as things stand today. I've been to the first and last. And sort of lastly, we've over the last sort of 2 or 3 years, Ripman Mead's been doing a lot more work over in the States. So we've got a lot more presence over there and connectivity with people. So yeah, we want to try and sort of get behind some of the events over in the US as well as the UK.
You gave a great talk the other day. I happened to be your host for a great talk on metadata the other day. Could you tell us a little bit more about the kind of work that you guys do at Ripman Mead?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally we started as a business intelligence and data warehousing company, and you know, sort of followed that focus and industry over the last sort of 15, 20 years. So sort of analytics and the analytics tooling has been sort of fairly central to what we do. It's not always that, and to give you sort of one area of interest, there's a European government department we're currently working for. We're sort of really engaged at a sort of started with a sort of data architecture. We've migrated them from on-premise Microsoft SQL Server over to sort of ADW, Oracle Cloud, migrated their ETL processes over to predominantly ODI from a number of different tools. They had a load of sort of economists and statistical packages written, which we've moved to R, and looking to sort of further move that into sort of the ML and data science sort of functionality, especially presented by the cloud. And that, you know, sort of then sort of got involved in some Apex work for them and looking at a sort of almost a sort of microservices sort of architecture in terms of sort of, you know, sort of providing sort of data and output for that. So yeah, it's sort of many and varied these days. Definitely one foot always in the sort of, you know, data warehouse and analytics world, but we're quite often finding it leads in various directions as well.
Super, super. Yeah, I started screen sharing again just so we'd see your stuff up there and everything. I can't see you right now, but
I didn't get the blue background. Apologies for that.
You can get it. By the way, we'll show this a little later on. I don't know if Abby's going to talk about this. We're going to show it, but we now have a merchandise, so we don't charge for screensavers. I guess you just get those anywhere. We should put them out on Zoom, guys. Right on the Zoom, just download some of the backgrounds that we have. But we also have merchandise these days. But so anyway, I thought I'd put up your logo and everything, and thank you for everything that you do. I do want to comment, and Adel, I think, also is in the same sort of business as are a lot of Oracle people. But Ripman Mead has always been known to do novel and interesting use cases, to just be a very smart, clever vendor that knows how to use the Oracle technology. And I personally, I think that is so important these days because, like I said in the beginning, I think I know a little bit of the Oracle technology, but there's just so much of it. It's like you have this investment, you just need to have somebody that knows more than you show you how to take advantage of it. And I just applaud you guys for what you guys do, and hope that this forum works well for everyone that's trying to just learn how to get more value out of their data. Adel, you want to comment on anything before we?
Yeah, so I already had the pleasure to work in Ripman Mead with Sean, so I know how great is this company, and I want to thank Sean for today's sponsorship, for the sponsorship of this TechCast Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Excited by the new features. I saw Charlie coming in as well. We've got people lined up to be looking at those, and it looks like a really good agenda for today. So looking forward to it.
Super. And we'll see you again on Thursday, I think.
I believe so.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we're going to move on. We got our next speaker, but before we go to our next speaker, we got just a couple of quick questions here. So this is one of the, we said in the beginning that, we organizers of this, we stress because what is it we do? We worry about who wins, lightsabers or phasers, Luke Skywalker or Captain Kirk, the dark side of the Force versus Klingons and Romulans, Yoda versus Spock, all these kind of things, right? So we're trying to figure out these pressing questions. One is, what is the name of the original the Klingon home? And I don't know if I give you guys just a few more seconds here. It looks like, yep, there's a winner, and in fact, they are right.
Yes.
I had to look that one up. I did not know that one. Adel, you want to do the next one here?
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Okay.
Okay, so what is this character from Star Wars? Is it from Star Wars or from Star Trek? So if you see the picture,
It keeps on covering. We got to get a better. It keeps on
there
covering.
you have.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
Who is that character? Well, it looks like a kind of scary character there.
Yes. Good.
And the
From
answer
Star Wars.
is, Adel?
From Star Wars.
Star Wars, of course, of course.
Yes.
Let's see, we have one more here before we go on. Oh, yes. Go ahead, Adel.
Okay, so this is a very good one. That's Analytic Data Oracle User Community has a newsletter. So see if you were aware of this. At the beginning of the presentation, we have been talking about many ways of connecting with us. So do we have a newsletter? Yes or no? Yes, of course.
Yes. Winner.
Perfect.
Everyone's a winner. All right, see
Yeah.
one more here. Oh, whoop, not this one. Right here.
So do we have one more?
One more question before turning over to Phil. This is just too much excitement here.
Great. So do you want to do it?
All right. So this is something you guys may remember this. Thanks to Star Trek fans, NASA named a space shuttle Enterprise. What was it going to be called before it was called the Enterprise? Anybody know that one? It's kind of a little
That is
bit.
a difficult one, eh?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Let's see. Where do we get back over to here? There we go. A lot of good guesses there. Again, I had to look this one up myself. Stop the polling. Constitution.
No, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. I have to admit it.
Yeah, I thought it was the other one myself. I was a little surprised. Now, the interesting thing I read about that was that never actually went up into space. It was something that was like on the ground. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to our Adel. You can introduce our next speaker now. Take it away.
Yes. Yeah, perfect. So you can share. Perfect. Your screen. Next slide. Great. So